You hear about it every day and see it on TV. Robberies are a fact of life in almost every society in the world. Restaurants aren't major targets because security and other prevention measures are usually good, but the potential is always there. Today's program is designed to provide as much information as possible so you'll be prepared in the event of a robbery or theft. The very first rule is to follow your restaurant management's security rules at all times. If the procedure for emptying trash is to lock the back door, then by all means, lock the back door when emptying trash. It's tempting to leave the back door unlocked during trash removal because you're only a short distance from the trash area and you'll be right back. Keep the door locked. It only takes a second for someone to slip in while you're emptying the trash. A robber doesn't want to be recognized, so entry through the back door is the best method. He may even want to hide in the restaurant until after closing time. Good security also includes keeping only a small amount of cash in the registers. Cash collection and the amount of money allowed in the register is determined by management, but part of your job responsibility is to let management know when that cash limit is reached. There are basically three reasons for cash collection. First, if a robbery does occur, the cash loss will be minimized. Second, a restaurant with a reputation for having only small amounts of cash on hand isn't likely to be hit. Robbers understand the potential penalty for robbery, so they'd rather take a chance on a restaurant that'll make it worth their while. Third, customers can generally see how much cash you have when the register is open, and if you have stacks of 10s and 20s in the register, some customers could be tempted. You never know who's a good guy and who's not. Always follow your management's security policies and procedures. The next step in robbery prevention is customer service. That's right, customer service. Friendly customer service. Good morning. Thank you. Eye contact with the customer and simply providing customers with prompt, courteous service. There have been several professional criminals who have served their time and then began a career as security consultants. Their main theme has been, robbers do not want to be recognized. If employees will say, hello, hi, or in some way recognize all customers promptly, this will deter many potential robbers. Customer service is good business, but it's something all employees can provide to help prevent robberies. It really works. Okay, you're carefully following security rules, you're maintaining a low level of cash in the register, and you're providing good customer service to all customers. Now, that eliminates about 99% of the robbers. What about the 1% that's determined to rob you anyway? What can you do to prevent violence during a robbery in your restaurant? Listen carefully because it's important and it can prevent an injury. The longer a robbery takes, the more nervous the robber becomes. Don't try to stall or act like a hero. Follow the robber's orders quickly. Robbers seldom hurt people who cooperate with them. Handle the entire procedure as if you were making a sale. Keep it short and smooth. Let the robber know you fully intend to obey his instructions. If you're not sure exactly what the robber is asking you to do, ask. Now, this next procedure is a little difficult to do, particularly if you're looking down the barrel of a gun. Remain calm. Keep calm and try to observe what the robber looks like and what he's wearing. Remember exactly what he says, if possible. Try to get an idea of how tall he is and other characteristics. Don't allow or create surprises for the robber. If you're going to have to reach into a drawer or some other movement to comply with his instructions, tell him ahead of time. If another employee is in the back room or is expected in the store soon, tell him so he won't be surprised. Surprises can cause a nervous robber to become violent or do something he didn't intend to do. Most robberies take less than 2 minutes. After the robber leaves and it's safe to do so, call the police. Don't hang up until they tell you to do so. Call your supervisor as soon as possible. Keep emergency numbers near the telephone. Follow the police department's instructions and stay by the phone. While you're waiting for the police to arrive, write down as much information as you can about the robber's description, what he said, his clothing, unusual features such as tattoos, scars, a mustache or beard, and so on. The objective is to give as much information to the police as possible. Protect the crime scene. Discontinue business until the police are finished, and don't touch any evidence. If the cash drawer is open, don't touch it. If you have a note left by the robber, leave it alone, but don't lose it. There may be fingerprints on the note. The next step is also important. Don't try to estimate the loss. If you know exactly the amount taken, tell the police, but don't make guesses unless the police ask you to estimate. Answer all the questions during police interviews. If you're asked a question, try to give accurate information. If you're not sure and are guessing, tell the police you're only guessing or believe it to be true. You don't want to give inaccurate information, which could reduce the effectiveness of your information. Cooperate with the police as much as possible. Okay, let's quickly review the basics. 1. Keep the back door locked. 2. Don't keep large amounts of cash in the register. 3. Provide good customer service. Say hi or hello to everyone walking into your restaurant. 4. In the event of a robbery, obey the instruction of the robber quickly. Don't create surprises or movements that might be mistaken by the robber. 5. Never argue. Give the robber what he wants. 6. Of course, don't use weapons. Shootouts with robbers aren't worth it. Heroes in robberies are police who catch criminals, not restaurant employees who try to fight or argue with robbers. 7. Remember as much as you can about the robber. Clothing, distinguishing marks, speech, and the height and weight of the robber. 8. Cooperate with police and give accurate information. The most important point to remember is the robber is as nervous as you are. Cooperate quickly and let him have whatever cash or merchandise he wants. Property and cash can be replaced, but an injury is something we're trying to avoid. Now, that's about it for robberies, but let's take a few minutes to talk about the largest type of loss in restaurants. Employee theft. Employee theft accounts for more dollar losses than any other crime. Most employees are honest and don't steal from the company. The temptation is there because there's cash, equipment, tools, and food in a restaurant. If you're thinking about taking a few bucks or some food because it won't be missed, think again. More petty theft cases by employees are being detected, and the stigma of a criminal record for theft can be devastating to the employee who's caught. As a minimum, you'll lose your job, and if prosecuted, well, it's just not worth it. People who are tempted to steal usually rationalize their crime by saying to themselves, oh, the company has a lot of money, they won't even miss it. I'm not going to get caught. I work hard, and the company owes me. Whatever your reason, only bad things can happen. Bad things for the company, and certainly bad things for the person who's stealing. Well, let's stop here and take a look at the profit and loss statement of a typical restaurant. As an employee, you know how busy you are and how much money is coming into the cash register. Big bucks. But let's examine $100 that comes into the register. Out of that $100, a big chunk goes to salaries and benefits of employees. Take some more away for property rent and equipment. Some more for food and supplies. Next, insurance, property taxes, state and local taxes. Then the IRS wants a share. Administrative support, lights, electricity, gas, water, and other items must be paid. There's more, but let's say there's $5 left as profit. That's not a big return on an investment of hundreds of thousands of dollars or even millions of dollars. That $5 represents profit on every $100 taken in. But we haven't taken into consideration shrink. Shrink is the unexplained loss of merchandise or money. Shrink is waste, theft, damage, and other such losses. No company can stay in business without making a profit. Profits mean more investments, salary increases, benefits, and of course, continued growth. When shrink affects profits, everyone loses. To make a long story short, employee theft hurts everyone. The restaurant, other employees, and most of all, the person causing the shrink. A couple of dollars here, a couple of dollars there, it adds up. Eventually, the dishonest employee is going to get caught, and then it's too late. As we stated earlier, the vast majority of employees are very honest. They work hard for their pay. Don't let one individual cause loss of jobs, benefits, growth, and business for the other honest employees. It's not worth it. That's it. Restaurant employees have enough to keep them busy. It's hard work, and your responsibilities are very demanding. It's a good job with its own rewards. Be cool in case of a robbery. Follow your security procedures, provide good customer service, and if something doesn't belong to you, don't take it. It's that simple. Thank you.